Welcome, everybody, to the Final Fantasy Randomizer Fall League Finals. One race, two teams, 8 runners to determine who will take home the trophy. Thanks for joining us here on RPG Limit Break. I am your friendly neighborhood Demon Frog. Joining me in the booth, fellow Trash Island Fire Department member Lord Frizzlebeef.
Hello. There seems to be some kind of 4v4 happening again.
Yeah, everyone do a little pray for Dark Moon's computer. He's running 8 streams here for us. Mm-hmm. This is, as you would guess, a co-op match. Each team, Cake and Break and Keyboard Cats, each on a team. In case you're not aware of how that works, orbs and key items are shared. Only one person has to get an orb, only one person has to get a key item, and the entire team will get it. They are all in a room. They can share notes. They can talk. They can look at each other's stream. And it will be all 4 need to cross the finish line, defeating Chaos to win. Fizzle, you want to kind of take us through how the race itself is going to work?
So, we're going to start with the first person on each team. That's going to be, I believe, Thunderclad and Spellzap. They're going to start. They're going to have themselves a grand old time playing a good old game of FFR. Once they light the first orb, a couple things happen. Number 1, the second person on their team gets to start. And number 2, if I recall the rules correctly, they can't light any orbs after that.
That is correct. Each member of a team is responsible for lighting an orb. So once Spellzap lights an orb, for example, Xeno can light one of the remaining 3 orbs. So that's going to be kind of interesting. I kind of want to talk about party comp here once we get going. Let's go ahead. We'll get our runners released. We can get them going and start talking about that. But while we're getting them released, I looked at these flags, and I've kind of came up with a nickname. The Frogurt is cursed.
Yes.
So experience is good, but nuns and deads gain experience. So no one-man grinds. We got Temple right off the bat, nice and easy. Let's see here.
Invis 2, Lightning 3 for our level 1 spells that are worth a dang.
Lit 3 is fantastic. Not much resists it. It's just a good all-rounder. Invis 2 is always a nice one. Going back to Frogurt is Cursed. Okay, so experience is good, but everybody gets it. B-side tiles. We got B-side tiles. It's fine. Oh, a Brack Axe and a Sun Sword. So we do also see part of the Frogurt is Cursed. Elite gear will be in towns. However, full entrance and floor shuffle with deep towns, you don't know where that gear is going to be.
Mm-hmm. Worth also noting, we are starting with some items. We are starting with, I think it's just the 2, random AoE caster item and the heal staff. But because item magic has changed, it's not actually the heal staff. What we got, I believe what I saw, was a mute stick and a cure 3 stick.
Cure 3 stick isn't okay. I mean, it might save your bacon.
I'd vendor it straight away to get one of them tasty Brack Axes.
Oh, and there we go. So now we have Corneria Castle. We just saved the princess. This is quite convenient. Got ourselves a rod. May or may not be useful. And a bottle. Okay. A bottle's a good thing to have. Because if a town is deep, you want that bottle before you make that trip all the way down.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so really good experience, but scaling is pretty high. Enemies scaling 100 to 230%, with HP at 100 to 200. Boss scaling 100 to 250, with 250 to 300 HP scaling.
That sounds awfully familiar from co-op.
Yeah, well, you figure you have 4 people beating your head against Chaos, against the Fiends. With 4 people of this caliber working on it, you're going to figure a way out. And Spellzap has a Brack Axe and a Kraken. And a prayer, it seems.
Let's get another player in play right now. Let's go.
I think that is the key. I even talked about being cheeky and taking a bunch of black mages as his first runner to do exactly this. Find a Fiend early, get a cheeky Brack or Cake or whatever off, and we'll be 3 minutes in with our second runner on the table.
Out goes a lightning 3 for 162. Out goes a second lightning 3 for 165. Brackaxe.
One
First
for
try.
one.
Brack always works.
And at the 3, oh no!
Oh no.
He didn't light the orb. Oh, he gets away though with that thief, lights the orb. 3-minute mark. Zenobian will be released and he will be able to start digging around and finding things. So now Spells app is in explore mode. He's going to want to start digging around, finding other fiends, finding a good grind tile, because like I said, the scaling is a little crazy. We're going to need a pretty big party to take this out. We're going to want to find other towns for spells and other elite gear. And Spells app can't kill any other fiends. Well, he can kill the fiend, he just can't light the orb.
Right. Technically, you can kill them. I'm just not sure why you would. Fiends have never been a great source of experience. There's an infinite number of better things to do than kill a fiend at this point. So if Spells app finds another one, he's just going to note the location and be on his way.
Right, and I think we might be frozen on Zenobian. I know his stream was a little laggy. Zenobian is able to be running. I'm gonna see if I can pull him up and see if I can see on his side if he is going.
While we're doing that, Thunderclad is finding an okay amount of treasure floors, but keeps going to wherever that first Kraken wasn't. Finding Gaia, so we can turn in that bottle and see what that turns into. First look at the armor shop. We got Procate plus 3s. That seems good. Checking the weapon shop. Unless we're really attached to Arab hammers. Meanwhile, Spells app greater than less than room picks up a confused shirt and a ribbon.
And that wasn't leave that was too deep. That's something that he's going to note. And you're going to see the following runners go grab ribbons. They're going to find any other gear, any other towns. And check it out. Let's see here. Level 5 white magic is garbage.
Brack and promo lock temper out of level 5 black. Meanwhile, over in level 8, I saw Cure 3, and I see all the 2s. Ice 2, Lightning 2, and Fire 2.
And I did not see, I was watching Spells app. I didn't see any decent armor or weapons.
I don't think we found, so... You need to kind of get a promotion going.
Actually,
first.
fighter rolled thief weapons.
Ooh, you hate to see it. Alright, so that XCal is going to look very nice in some vendor's shop somewhere.
And then to top it off, black belt rolled minus hit per level, so you're not going to be hitting 21, 32, 42 for those breakpoints. You're going to be having to go and digging a little bit deeper if you want those 8 and 10 hits. And I can confirm, I am on Zenobian's channel. He is running. He is going. He's found the Cardia. He found a seafloor, so I got him up. I'll try to keep an eye on him on the side here. And Thunder finally getting to where he needs to go. Oh, but there we go. I love that strat right there. You got 2 entrances back to back. No reason to commit to one. And we'll see if he can't have the same. Oh, and
reversed floor strikes again.
Yep, flipped floors. You have that muscle memory. You got to flip that muscle memory.
Mm-hmm. All right, well, Thunderclad have the same luck. Let's have a gander. What are we doing? Brack and Brack and Brack. How about some Brack? First Brack, broken into pieces.
Only
First time
needed
every
one.
time.
Yep.
This is why Brack is this is why I always use Brack in all the fights. See, look at how accurate it is. It's amazing.
Yep, there's Brack Axes for sale in Corneria. It was meant to be. The Brack
Yep.
And you see right there, Greg Lip, as soon as he gets that orb, he is going now. I really do like. I see a lot of thieves in these parties, especially in these top parties. Even in the bottom parties here on Keyboard Cat's side, everyone has a thief there. We got Floor Entrance Shuffle. We have Elite Gear in towns. There's not a whole lot of digging really you need to do, so you want to be able to get in and out, get into these dungeons, get to your grind tile, get to the town, get to the Fiend, get to wherever you need to go. And that thief, and then Black Mage too, even with the minus luck. Black Mage second best runner behind that thief. Just trying to get these guys through these dungeons.
So with the fact that the fighter can only use thief weapon, the fact that black belt has -1 hit percent per level is basically lethal for a black belt, because now you have to get, I think, somewhere in the 40s to get your 8th hit, and you'll never see that 10th hit. I think by default we're on thief strats, like find a katana, find a tail, and just hope.
I mean, you still get the benefit of the extra damage per level. So I mean, yeah, I think the black belt at 40, especially if we can locate fast, is still perfectly viable. Oh, Thunder finding very important town, provoke a level 2 magic. Ice 3 and Lock. Now I don't know. I believe on these flags, the evasion has actually been tuned down quite a bit. Yeah, evade cap very low, 225. So we're not having a kind of a slot machine chaos with max evasion. So lock not as useful, but still, might come into play. Ice 3 always great.
225 is still pretty high. Like, yeah. I would want to lower that.
Cureful and Ruse, level 2, that's pretty good.
I think I want to give a special shout out to that Zap, just because we haven't tracked down Nuke or Fade yet.
And Spell Zap might have found something kind of cheeky. I like it. If nothing else, Force Arias, that's a pretty good mid-level grind. That can get you to where you need to go, because, like I said, regular monsters are clamped and pretty high. You're not going to be taking down a 4 Gas Dragon tile with Lightning 3 that easily. So taking these Sarias, getting to mid-20s might not be a bad idea. It might even be the best idea, depending on what else shows up.
Yeah.
But Ice Cave is great. 5 different grind tiles to check. So you check that one.
So I think if I were in this position, if I were in Spellzap's position, I let my orb 3 minutes in, and now I just have to wait for everyone else to do everything. Like, what do I do with my time? Do I sit on a tile to 50, or do I try and open every box in the game to find where, like, the 5 ribbons are clustered? I think I agree with just press on, just open the boxes that you can, see what you can find, see if you can point Zenobian in the direction of that second Fiend, hope that it's brackable, or whatever we've got at that point.
Yeah, I think the first person's job in this kind of relay, mages with quad X, that could maybe be a little bad, is definitely explore. You want hopefully by the time that third runner goes, they know where the grind tile is, where the gear is, and where their Fiend is. And their job is to get levels and kill Fiend and get that fourth person going. So yeah, I think this first person's job is to find the Fiends, find any key items you need, because you still do need all that stuff. And along the way, we're gonna find our grind tile. We found the Saria tile. There was a fighter tile also in ice. There's this red D tile with Ice 3 at level 2 that's looking potentially good.
It doesn't seem so bad. We're trying Brack strats, and if I recall correctly, red Ds are technically vulnerable to Brack. The problem is they've got 200 MDef, so we're operating on Tia chance to Brack here, and doesn't seem viable long term.
It looks like if it was okay, but this is not a grind I would commit to right here.
Mhm.
This is something you come back to though. You write this down and say, I got 2 to 4 red Ds with ice 3 on the table.
Mhm.
He's going back and gonna try it though. This could be something where if you can get this first fight down, you're gonna just get exponentially quicker with it. And a little update on Zeno. He has found the waterfall. He is currently navigating which would be awful for me, the flipped waterfall. Ugh.
So I went and checked how our item magic is shuffled. It is balanced shuffle, so we're not going to have Nuka Fade sticks. But boy, if we could find like a nice 2 or a nice 3 stick and take that to that red D tile, I would be just the happiest.
Right, Zeno finds the crown off of the robot and a Mazmoon. That is pretty nice. Now, yeah, one thing though to remember again, deads and nuns are gaining experience, so we're not going to be going down to a one-person grind. There is on Spellzap's side another mid-tier grind that I like to see. Those Cerberus usually aren't too bad. Again, you have ice, and you can kind of ride this to where you'll be able to take on that red D tile later on.
Cerberus is okay, but I feel like that's too into the mid tier. Like if I'm gonna stop somewhere, it's gonna be something. Yeah, it's gonna be something you can do, but it's also gonna be something that's worthwhile for the time you invest in it. And for me, the Cerberus don't quite make the cut.
All right, it looks like Gregley is about to happen upon the red D tile. He's going to check this, and he does. He's going to give it the same college try that.
Ooh, going straight for the red mage. Eesh. And spells that catches sight of the Bridge of Destiny in Gaia.
That is perfect, because again, we got Brack for days.
Mm-hmm.
So as soon as Zeno is done this dive, he needs the boogie to Gaia. He's going to throw his Brack hammers at Tia and get Metagloria on the field.
Yep.
And it looks like Thunder decided, because he had to go back for this Saria tile. It looks like he's settling on this Saria tile.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, maybe not.
Yeah, I go back and forth on whether or not if I'm the first runner, I take the Saria tile for any amount of time. If I'm the second runner, I definitely don't, because I gotta find a Fiend and I just gotta rip it in half. And there's like a 2 in 3 chance that the Fiend I find is gonna be able to do it. Tia because I've got Brack hammers, and Lich because it's Lich.
I can see sitting on it for a little bit just to get enough enough levels that you can safely explore.
And we've got Zenobian on the Tia 2 fight. We're doing Invis 2 strat so we can not get punched. We're doing double weight, double Brack. Incoming hit, but the Black Mage survives. Brack goes out, ineffective. That doesn't seem right. Let's try that again. Ineffective. We're going to have to do more than one Brack this time. Outgoing Brack. Broken into pieces. Third tries to charm. And that's Metagloria getting the green light. So Keyboard Cats orb lighting at 3 minutes and basically 17:45.
Yeah, and this is also why you real, especially with those brack hammers, that's a big alarm bell to me. Um, to not sit and grind early, to just to find find exactly Kraken and um, Tia like they did with the brack hammers or axes, um, and get them done. Now that those two are out of the way, I could see um, the first two runners sitting down and be like, okay, we're going to go ahead and start working on our levels.
Mhm.
All right, spells app finding mermaids. Trying to figure out what Metagloria is doing.
Early levels was my guess. Not confident in taking this party out into the world without at least like a level 2 underneath it. Unfortunately, Spiders was a wrong choice. Oh, and
Oh,
didn't save. Oh, maybe we needed money for the inn. Oh no. Here, here comes the time-honored tradition of the reroll party.
all right, take two. Yeah, in Soviet FFR, spiders level on you.
Mhm.
And Thunder, I'm not sure what um, tied Thunder up for so long in this ice, but he's looks like he's finally looping around.
I'd have just been taking every fight he came across. Metagloria going again for that first fight, get me a level experience.
All right, yeah, spells app. And I believe we do have Oxiel, so we can check this entrance.
Mm-hmm. Comment in chat. No easy insta-kills for carry unless we find and get Expert and at slow level. Worth noting, we have not found Elflin yet, so that's 2 levels of stuff we could get, but we have seen 1, 2, and 5, and I don't think we found Expert there.
Yeah, I don't believe I saw it either.
Oh, chat saying we just saw Expert at Onrak?
All right, that's probably putting an insta kill on carry, but you don't normally really worry about trying an insta kill on carry anyway. That's
No.
not.
No, I have a feeling carry is going to be the last Fiend that both of our teams are going to go for, just because with the existence of the Brackhammers, uh, carry is now the most difficult Fiend in play.
Right, and with the scaling the way it is, carry rolled up, even carry one can hit pretty hard.
Mm-hmm.
And with 250 to 350 hit points?
I believe it's 250 to 350, so that would be 6, 12, 1500 to 6, 12, 18, 2100.
Yeah, so with no low level nuke, you're not going to be able to just go in there and real quick cheeky take carry down. So yeah,
Yeah, even with nuke, like carry's MDF is nothing to sneeze at, so those nukes are going to be rolling in like the 1 to 200 range. Gosh, you're going to need so many casts of that.
and worth noting, Spells app in Armory found gold a ribbon and a gold bracelet +4. That's really solid mage kit right there.
So the mages are going to be armored. That's good.
And with our blessings, the black mage rolled red mage armor and +20 vites. This is going to be a pretty chunky black mage compared to what you're used to.
Mm-hmm.
And now to go get on the Saria tile.
Okay.
So the idea probably is Spells App and Xeno, your job is to keep exploring. I'm going to sit here and get experience until you tell me where to go. By the time I'm ready to go, hopefully I'll have a punch cannon. Oh, nope. No punch cannon. We're going with a thief cannon.
Nuns and Deads gain experience. Everyone
Oh,
gets
yeah, that's right. I keep forgetting that. Yeah, so the black belt is getting experience even though he's down.
Mm-hmm.
Just not contributing. Not that they're contributing at this level anyway. I guess
Right.
a Black Hammer is contributing.
That's kind of the thing with this experience. Let's just talk numbers real quick. So, experience is set to 4x plus 350, which is already pretty huge. The problem is that that gets seriously mitigated when you're always splitting it 4 ways. But in order to help balance that off, we're getting plus 100% per orb. So already Keyboard Cats is getting plus 200% of that bonus. Cake and Break only getting 100%, but I have a feeling it won't be long before they track down Tia and then go.
Yeah, unfortunately, that Gaia area is usually, at least when I'm doing floor entrance, that's usually one of the later places you go. Usually check all the Cardias because that's all close together.
Mm-hmm.
You hit Gaia usually last because you hit that, then you have the long walk to Lafine. So we'll see if anyone there, although Greg has back in this same entrance. This is the entrance with those red Ds. Finds Bahamut. That if we're going thief strats, that's an important pickup.
Mm-hmm. Worth noting, everyone's favorite fight Bahamut flag is on today, and it's the buff Bahamut. So, gonna need some heavy artillery to promote.
Yeah, I'm not sure what this base stats on Bahamut are, but when they're multiplied by 350, it doesn't really matter. It doesn't have to be that high.
I've heard it compared to an Ankylo or like a red Ankylo, and those are already like mean and nasty enough. At this scaling, kind of want to avoid. And the fact that it's buff Bahamut means that it's pulling out of the Fiend 2 skills. So that's gonna be a yikes.
All right, we have Eyes on Fast, level 6.
Okay. What slot was it?
Here, what does he see again? Top slot, learnable without promotion.
Yay, Red Mage learnable. Well, Red Wizard learnable, but still.
And then also got the slab off of the Old Men. I believe we've seen both towns to go ahead and get that translated and turned in. Because I'm seeing a distinct lack of keys and loots.
Yeah. I know we've seen Melman. Did we see Lefane?
I thought I saw somebody pop into Lefane.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Thank you again, trackers. We got Wild Ham, Danny, and 813 tracking because we got up to 8 people here. So our 4 eyeballs ain't going to catch it all.
Right.
Lafine was at Northwest Castle, so we can go ahead and turn that slab in and see if we can't start getting progress. And Gregory, was this a tile? Ice 3 might make this okay.
And Lefane's got our key. So those of you who wanted to rely on lockpicking strats, you always find the key.
So Greg just picked up 7,000 experience from that fight, and it was a tile, but
right.
Man, that's dangerous with upwards of 200% on having 8 sprites on the field.
Did you see if there were Nagas as part of that fight? Because I only
There was. It was 2. Yep, it was. I think he got the full thing. 2 Nagas and 6 waters.
So that's our number 2 tile. We come back with Ice 3 and maybe some levels to survive getting punched a bit, and that's our cruise control for max level right there.
And that looked pretty reasonable. That was in Titans West, just the first level down in the vanilla crown trap tile chest.
Mm-hmm.
But Cake and Break just very slowly falling behind by not making that quick check into Gaia to get that quick Tia kill. And we see Xeno and Spellzap. Now remember, we have a free airship. They are in their boat.
No, we decided that Onrak was the place to go, because without the canoe, we can't get there with the airship.
Right. And that appears to not be the play. Just a dead end Cardia. We did find from the Sarda the tail. So now we have win condition if we're going thief strats.
Which
So I
we
don't
kind of
know.
have to.
I think I saw a katana rolled up a little bit. So
As long as it's not negative, thief would be my endgame damage plan here. Just by virtue of not being completely hamstrung like the other two are.
well, again, you know, with experience being divvied out the way it is, you can have both. You know, I think everybody took. I don't have to see if everybody took. Let's see here. Thunder's doing fighter thief red black, so he's going to have to rely probably on that. Well, there's Mazmoon, and Keyboard Cats knows where that is, and Kick and Break, if they don't, is about to because it was in Waterfall, and Gregley
Right.
is just about there. It looks like Spellzap is just not content with any of the tiles yet because he's still checking stuff.
I don't know that he would settle for a tile at this point. I think it's entirely gotta find the stuff mode for him.
Yeah, because they still don't have eyes on Lich or Carry yet,
Right.
and even Metagloria is off of the tile and might be in Explore mode.
Definitely backtracking out. This is either I ran out of resources and need a safety save, or my teammates have told me to go somewhere.
All right, so Gregley passing on. Here's a Mazmoon for you, so that fighter can get back up and be viable.
Mm-hmm.
Xeno looks a little lost. We're looking for
Spells up as well. I'm kind of watching them fly in circles a bit.
yeah we're running out of places to look because we don't have a canoe, so we can't check Waterfall and we can't check Northwest.
At this point,
I'm
we're
sorry,
looking for Rod Block or Q Block, and I don't know if we've been inside Mirage yet.
Don't believe we have. I know we've seen Rod Block. I don't know if I don't recall seeing what was beyond Rod Block.
Mm-hmm. And it looks like Metagloria took the tile all the way up to level 20. That might be carry killing level, should we find it. Maybe.
20 with a Mazmoon. Yeah, I could see that.
And it looks like Metagloria is headed back to the old grindstone.
Oh, here we go. Yeah, here's the Rod Block. I wonder. I could have sworn we saw this before, and I thought we had the Rod super early. So, this is really unusual seeing two people in a co-op on the same floor. But I guess they've determined that this has to be it, and we both just need to go. Whoever gets there first gets there first.
Yeah. The rules for this are a little bit different than co-op, but like the subtlety is there. Ordinarily, you never want to have people in the same place, and it looks like underneath Rodlock is C-split, so it's doubly good that both Spell Zap and Zenobian are going. They can just fork. But in a relay race setting, I have a feeling that you're going to see multiple runners of a team in a dungeon. Uh-oh.
Spell Zap, I'm almost positive I've seen Spell Zap on Mermaid's side.
Mm-hmm.
And he just went into Mermaid's side, said whoops, and noped out. So I think Keyboard Cats is missing something here.
Meanwhile, Greglipuff found himself a Lich at Cardiograssi and won the fight in 3.5 to Zap because of Lich. So that's the green light for Dangwu. And as soon as someone just bumps into Gaia, they might have the whole team in motion.
Right, with those Brackhammers, axes, whatever they are, Brack items in Corneria, and Tia's still there. Level 1 Tia kill, sure, I can do that.
Metagloria approaching Bahamut with intent to do damage.
All right, so what are we gonna do? We're thinking.
You just blast it with whatever you have. Does the mute land? No, it does not. Ice 3 goes out, does okay damage. Incoming glare, that's a good skill to see out of the potential options. Ice 3, more lightning 3, some ice 3. Give it a plunge. 3 hits, 110. Incoming trance.
Oh, trance is never good. Oh, and it got the 2 casters.
Hold A and pray. 3 hits, 3 damage. Thank you, Thief. 4 hits, 22. Thank you, Black Belt. Inferno incoming. That's a lot of damage. That was 300 damage to the Black Mage. We kind of really need these casters to survive if we're going to see the other side of this fight.
Thank you, plus 20 Vite.
Outgoing Punch miss. Cure 3 does good. Melee takes out the Red Mage, but Ice 3 lands. More Ice 3. Thank you, Thief Melee. Ice 3 for 73. We need a lot more than that. We did a combined roughly 100 damage that round. We need more gas. Black Mage surviving another melee. Metagloria continuing the fight against Bahamut. We've got 2 more charges of Ice 3, 1 less now. And we've got 4 charges of Lightning behind that. Incoming Scorch.
Okay. But yeah, that Cure 3 stick you would have entered. I don't know about it. There we go.
You just needed more power. That's all you needed. So down goes Bahamut. Metagloria gets the promotion.
Oh, and Cake and Break just possibly took the lead. Keyboard Catch was looking so good, but Gregley being able to take Lich and leaving Tia open with these Brackhammers, Deng was going to start throwing himself. Look at that, 60 hit points. He is legitimately level 1.
You can do anything you set your mind to as long as you got 4 Brackhammers. And by 4 I mean 3. And by 3 I mean 2.
Yeah.
First one is a miss. Second one is a miss. Let's try that again.
And we see AL rejiggering a little bit.
Third one's a miss. Fourth one's a miss. Tia very careful to only hit the people not holding the Brackhammers. Down to our last one. Does it work? No. Let's try one more. Ink just does ink things. Thank you, Tia. Brack. No. Let's try it again. How about Brack? No.
It's it. Nasa survive with 8 hit points. It's level 11 across the board. Lights the orb. And that gives Ailmarkin the go ahead and gets going. So Ailmarkin will be responsible for killing Carrie. We still need our loot, and then Cake and Break will be ready. So right there, you see kind of the benefit of that exploring and being able to get Dengwu in, and in a few minutes get a Fiend kill and get his final teammate into the rally. Do you see buyable ruse sticks also? I didn't notice that. Oh, I'm sorry, he's selling. I'm sorry.
I was about to say, that would be a heck of a thing.
Or no, they are buyable. Okay.
Well, all right.
Ruse for everybody. Fantastic. Not fantastic. Ruse stick. Yeah.
Nailed it.
Yeah.
So, Ale is re-rolling. I missed why.
I saw him reroll once. Did he maybe find the same cremate?
Unsure, but we're taking a different party. He was on Fighter Rainbow, and we just re-rolled into Fighter Double Red Black. Looks like we're going for the I need to find the grind tile immediately party.
Well, they have the Sarias. They have Red D's if they can do it. Taking Garland down, getting a couple of levels for Axiel.
And it looks like, while I was not looking, Keyboard Cats found themselves a canoe somewhere. I see Spellzap in the river. Went to Waterfall, found himself in Ordeals, and we're going to do this real quick. As Zenobian finds Carry Floor. Seems to be having second thoughts about it. Oh, right, he can't light it. Never mind. At Ordeals.
Right.
Okay. So we've got our last remaining Fiend location. Take a Break are looking for Carry at Ordeals. They need the canoe, wherever that is. Keyboard Cats need to backtrack to Cardia Grassy to find the Lich that's there.
Yeah, I saw quite a few people in boats. I'm sad I missed where that canoe was, because that looks like that may have really kind of thrown people for a bit of a loop. And blue D tile and level 4 nuke also I think we missed.
Oh, I don't think I've seen Elfland yet.
Nothing but the most professional of commentary here on Final Fantasy Rainbow.
Look, there's 17 Brackhammers on screen. Look, I got excited and distracted, all right?
Zap trying to take these blue Ds down. They have heat, which is actually not that bad. That's just a little bit of damage across everybody. We're going to go ahead and try keep nuking these things down.
And here comes Metagloria going to take on Carry 1 with arguably the most equipped party to do it. Because we did the class change, so we've got a katana, we've got levels, we have most of our party upright.
Oh, and trackers are confirming that the canoe was somewhere behind that rod lock.
Got it, okay.
So it must have been, I believe, left side, because right side was mermaids. Either that or so as that maybe didn't clear all of the chests on his first go around.
Right.
Yeah, so we see Cake and Break starting their grind. Although they still need to find the loot. The loot is still AWOL. We still have waterfall entrance, I believe, that hasn't been checked, and we still have a chime to check, I believe.
Question in chat. Hang on, is this 4-player co-op Team Madness? Close. It is 4-player relay race madness. The basic rules are thus: the top runner started the race. When they light an orb, the second person gets to start. The first person may not light any more orbs after that. When the second person lights an orb, the third person goes, etc., etc. It is a lovely idea from our harebrained Fall League committee. I'm only a little jealous that they thought of it and not me. Chat confirming loot found. Keyboard cats are in go mode as soon as they figure out where Lich is. I turned away for 1 second, and Metagloria is having a heck of a time with this carry 1 fight. Trying to stabilize with the Cure 3 stick, taking a lot of melee hits, not dealing a heck of a lot of damage.
Yeah, turn order can keep this going. Gets it down.
And Crab Cakes is immediately off. We finally have all 8 runners going on stream. Help us all.
Well, luckily, especially for keyboard cats now, we just need levels. Crab Cakes needs to decide out of, we saw the red D tile, we saw the fighter tile, the blue D tile. Just where do you want to go? What do you want to do?
They still need to track down Lich, because I'm seeing Spellzap and Zenobia both entering locations they have definitely done before. They forgot themselves a Lich.
Well, yeah. But Crab Cakes' job right now is to get big. Get big fast, and be ready to just go wherever the hell you're told to go.
Yes. So each person has to light 1 orb, but they can find items for the others. All 4 have to kill Chaos, so all 4 have to kill Chaos. And you're correct. Each runner is responsible for lighting 1 orb. That particular orb wasn't assigned ahead of time, so like the first orb that we found was the water orb, and then the second orb that was found for Keyboard Cats, it was Tia. For Cake and Break, it was Lich. It's just an orb. But while you're waiting for the rest of the team to find the rest of the orbs and all that stuff, you can be looking for items, you can be finding key items. The co-op script will share the key items. And in general, just feeding information to the rest of your team so you can figure out like how to get through this as fast as possible. Oh, looks like Canoe was the incentive box on Sky 2. No. It was in a box on Sky 2. That's where it was.
And you saw Crab Cakes with Lightning 3 found that sea floor, since most things there are weak to lightning, got enough from a bunch of brack hammers. That weapon shop in Corneria is just cleaning up.
Really, just the question of who is ahead right now tells 2 different stories. Cake and Break needs to find the loot and needs to find carry, but they're still exploring. Like they haven't, like they're still they got a shopping list and they're working their way down it. Keyboard Cats needs to find Lich and that's it, but they're looking in a lot of places trying to figure out where they went wrong.
Yeah, I thought I saw, let's see, we got just a bunch of grinding going on right now. So they're like, okay, let's get big, and we will find this Lich. I'm sure they will.
Yeah. Lich is a problem for 10 minutes from now when we're all level 50.
So yeah, so Cake and Break, though, I mean, it's not as easy as finding carry, though. It's a matter of getting to that rod block floor, getting Canoe, and then finding carry. However, with 4 people working on this, as soon as they find the Canoe, it's going to be split it up. Someone's going to go to Waterfall, someone's going to go to Ordeals, and figure out which one of the 2 you need. And if you thought you didn't like Agama Facts, boy, are you not going to like Saria Facts over here on Keyboard Cat's side.
Saria Facts, that one's green.
We have all the Sarias you can shake a stick at.
I heard the exasperation in your voice, I'm sorry.
You're not sorry.
No, I'm not. Not sorry enough.
Let's see here. So yeah, Thunder still like. Yeah, I wonder if Cake and Break kind of went off the rails. Maybe they didn't. I thought Rod was so early that you would, but maybe just saying, all right, this is too deep. Or maybe that it was the split and they got bounced out and just opted to move on. That's usually something you note. They usually note I didn't clear this area, so I need to go back and finish it up.
Yeah, that's always been one of my Achilles heels, is like when I'm in a race situation and I know like gotta go fast, the first corner I will cut is only doing one of the splits and forgetting I'd made that choice. It frequently comes back to bite me.
Yeah, so in that respect, Keyboard Catch just needs to check that cardia. That's
Right.
a pretty popular place. There's lots of entrances. That's usually one of the first places I go with an airship in floor entrance because there's just so many entrances clustered together.
Right.
So hopefully, when they are done their grind, they will figure out. I wonder if they've seen it and just didn't do it at the time or something, because the fact that all four are grinding and nobody's exploring really has my spidey senses tingling of they know what to do and are just, why do lich at level 10 when you can do it at level 50 and just roll them?
Maybe. I don't know. To me, it looks like, we're gonna need to do this eventually. We might as well just do it now, and then we can explore all these entrances when everything runs away from us, and we'll find our mistake faster that way. Yeah, Spells App's headed somewhere, and we're checking Malmend, which is this place I know we've met before. Oh, it's a promote. Okay, okay.
Yeah, and from one of our trackers, Crab Cake's already level 21. That's exactly how this rally was going to go. By the time that fourth person is released, they're going to know where the magic is, where the gear is, where the grind is, and I have an airship. It's just a matter of getting suited up and getting to that grind tile. So yeah, this fourth person is just grind and go mode. And unfortunately now, okay, so Cake and Break has their canoe.
Yes.
Just a matter of sending somebody over to the Ordeals entrance, specifically sending Ailmarkin over to the Ordeals entrance to go ahead and get that last one. And there we go, on Keyboard Cat's side. They knew it. They had to have known it because CC got level 21. Said, this is good enough. I got a Vorpal -2 and it's Lich.
It's Lich. Like, you bring anything, it'll fall over.
What is it? The Unstoppable Force versus the Unmovable Rock?
Yeah, the Unstoppable Force meets the very, very movable object. Slow was a bit of a bother if we were really going with melee strats, but the truth of Lich is that you can just bully it with Ice 3 even, or just Lightning 3 and it'll fall over.
Yeah, I mean, 350 hit points, it's going to be a bit of a chore, but we'll get there eventually. Hopefully, maybe.
Worst case scenario is that's like 1250 health, and his MDef is bad, and I don't think he even resists lightning anyway, so...
All right,
let's go later.
52-minute mark. Keyboard Cats can enter Temple of Fiends. However, I don't think you'll want to just yet.
Right. Are we having long Topher today? We are having long Topher today, so we definitely want to get everything in order. Spellzap taking on a war mech. Decided that the Saryas are not fast enough, so we're going to do this. War mech with nuke, as is tradition. 5 hits for 211. Fast goes off after the nick of time. Outgoing nuke for 109 and a punch. That was like 7 damage. That's uh-oh. Set phasers to uh-oh. Let's try some temper strats. Temper goes off. Yay. Outgoing punch. 5 hits for 199. Incoming ice 2. Does it take out anyone? No. Everyone survives. Outgoing nuke did something. 11 hits for 425. We're still going. We got a minimum of like 2,500 damage to punch our way through. There's a Cure 4. That Cure 4 is making me have second thoughts about this. How many more tempers we got?
Okay, but that's actually really good. That's really good news. That's really good knowledge for later.
That's true. That's true.
Like, I think you bail, but it's great to know Cure 4 landed on War Mech. You don't have to bother with a Fiend with 350 hit points.
I kind of want to just press through. Like, we've seen a nuke and a Cure 4. Like, what other things is he holding on to?
Yeah, I could see just going through the spell and skill list and saying, all right, we've weeded out a nuke and the Cure 4.
Mm-hmm.
And gets it. There we go. 40,000 experience with 4 people up. That's good experience with a couple downs. So 40,000. We saw about 36 across the board.
And there's Ale landing at the landing strip to go to Ordeals to get their 4th orb. All right, so Spell Zap is at 36. Let's see if we can get an idea of where everyone else is. I missed Crabcake's levels. Can see what Zenobian gets out of the end of this fight. 6 hits, so we're still somewhere south of 40. Or maybe not. That's level 47 for Zenobian. There we go. There's 8 hits on that black belt finally, level 47.
You see, I mean, but I laughed, but Crabcake still isn't ready to go. There's no reason not to keep grinding if you're Zenobian.
Yeah.
That just makes your Temple of Fiends dive that much safer.
Right. This is not a game of who can cross the line first. It's about who can get their team across the line.
All right, so Ale, realizing real quick, you can tell by what tile that those stairs are on if carry floors flip, and he realizes it without having to go all the way. I always noticed that, totally. Mm-hmm. Gonna go ahead, take this carry down, and you see Greg.
Greg's like, let me in. Just let me in. I gotta go. I got things. I got to go.
And honestly, I would have thought that's how it would have been across the board. I would have thought that everybody would have been sitting at that orb like, come on, let me go.
I have a feeling that so it all depends on where the staggering is, right? Because like you definitely want the time to do whatever your assigned tasks were, and then still get Topher ready. And I have a feeling that Greg just finished everything he needed. Yeah, Greg's level 40 across the board, not messing around with any of that black belt nonsense, going to rely on the power of the ninja. He's ready. The ninja setup was going to be the faster one of all the setups, I think. Thunder is probably just doing a little bit of last minute shopping and then is going to be there himself. Dang, at the very least, needs to promote. I don't know if this is the first thing he needs or the last thing he needs. Ooh, that was Metagloria first in Topher at, call it 57 even.
They were effectively, like 10 seconds apart or something.
Mm-hmm.
And we see, I believe Crabcakes is making the walk back. I believe, we're going to do the same thing Zap did, even with the knowledge that I'm sure Spell Zap passed along.
Just double temper. We're good to go. No fast, I note. So here comes the nuke.
High rolls the red mage, it looked like.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I don't see fast on that black mage, which could be a real problem.
Yeah.
I mean, the ninja's hitting hard, no doubt, but
Yeah, but that Cure 4 is a coming. And so's the melee. All right.
yeah,
Try that again.
I'm not 100% sold on this without getting fast first.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that was on the way back to the Saria grind. Like, let's take a swing at it. It's not.
I looked away. I don't see what booted Metagloria out because now Metagloria is back on the third floor, whereas Greg is on Lich floor.
Well, Meta being the third runner had not so much time. I'm curious. Levels look pretty good with those hit point totals. Yeah, you look on Cake and Break side. It looks like Gregley's kind of job here, quote unquote, is kind of the scout.
Right.
Because you see Thunder still going, Dengwu's getting his promotion. I'm trying to see Ale. Ale is what is Ale doing? Oh, he's grabbing Temper. Okay.
Yeah. Meanwhile, 3 of the 4 keyboard cats are in Topher. Crabcake's still grinding. Crabcakes was the last runner on stream to go, so like this is understandable. But there's just got to be the feeling of just like oh my god, I'm so far behind the rest of my team.
And Lich 1 opened with a nuclear. I wonder if that could have been what bounced Metagloria. We'll have to see. It could be anything. Like the stats on these things are so crazy. If anything rolled just straight melee, they could just roll through you so easily. Could be nuclears take a high roll and take out the mages.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna see what Carry 2 has here on Gregley's side on the left.
3 people on Lich's floor on the right. Both Crabcakes and Thunder are grinding. One choosing Sarias, the other choosing Red D's. What are we going to do about this Carry 2 fight? We're going to do some double fast strats. First hit for 219, fast goes off again. Mazza swing, 9 hits, 300, I think, incoming 300. About the same damage outgoing as it was incoming.
I'll take 300 damage from Carry 2 melee.
Incoming Blaze does a lot to the bottom black mage, so we don't have 4 ribbons. 10 hits for 520, Carry 2 still there. Gonna try lightning chip damage, maybe a little bit of lock. 7 hits for 232, Carry still there. Mazza swing, guess we got more than one of those. 5 hits for 276, 6 hits for 481, down goes Carry 2. At the same time, Zenobian takes down Carry 2.
And you can see the 20 Vite on that black mage was huge.
Mm-hmm.
You can see on Thunderclaw's side a black mage with 660 hit points.
Yeah, it's a little nuts. So Crabcakes is on the move. Metagloria making his way to Carry 2 as Spellzap and Zenobian and Gregley are on the way to Kraken 2. Who's going to make it first? It's going to be Zenobian. Let's try, I think that was a ruse stick. Let's try some fast. How about some fast? Ruse goes off. Fast goes off, targeting the black belt. Incoming punch detonates the red mage. Fast goes off. We've got 2 fast melee. 12 hits for 1125. Kraken's still there.
That's a great number to see. That is doing a good amount of damage outgoing to Kraken here. Nuke for 138.
11 hits, 1398. Down goes Kraken 2.
Yeah, with the scaling, Kraken 2 is arguably the scariest Fiend, especially if they roll without a script.
Mm-hmm.
But apparently, I didn't roll very high on Absorb, so that was really good luck. 4 hits for 800 and something. Looks like Tia didn't roll too high either. We got a fast, another fast off. Swing with that katana, only 143. Black belt comes up 665. We're getting there. Nuke goes out. Tiamat for 288. Black belt punches 7 hits 1111. Tia 2 is down. Spells that also on Tia 2. Metagloria carry 2.
Gregory also on Tia 2. But Zenobian is going to be our first to Chaos. Give us a look at what the Final Fiend has on offer. We've only got 3 party members, which is a little awkward. And it's Garland and friends. We're going to do some ruse, and we're going to nuke, just going to sweep all those Garlands away. The Garlands are trying their hardest. Out goes a nuke. The Garlands are surviving the nuke. Chaos has himself quite the ablative meat shield going on here. Lightning 2 does Lightning 2 things.
This is probably the best Chaos to get, but the fact that all of the Garlands just ate the nuke is really sad.
Yeah. And, like, we don't even want to do damage buffs until we get rid of these Garlands, because, like, they're just... It would take so long to melee through them. Let's see. Does the second nuke do the trick? There's 1, there's 2, there's 3, there's 4. Chaos is there. There's 5, there's 6, there's 7, there's 8. Okay, we made it. 2 nukes got the job done. Time for some fast strats. Incoming Bane. Ooh, that was a scary moment, I think. 6 hits for 333, Chaos still there. 9 hits for 1040, Chaos still there. We've probably done around... That was around 2,000 with that swing for 100. See what this black belt adds onto it. 8 hits for 601. Gotta keep going. 5,000 is the minimum we're looking for here. 9 hits for 1,015. We're gonna get there in a hurry. Incoming Zap. Doesn't hit any of them. 7 hits for 59 out of the Thief. 12 hits for 796 out of the Master. Lightning 2 continuing to do Lightning 2 things. 184, 1382. Another huge hit out of that black belt. I think one more and we might have it. Ice 3 not doing much. 10 hits for 731. Down goes Chaos. Zenobian first to clear at, call it, 105.50.
All right, that's 104, though. We need all 4 members across the line.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, look, Crowd Cakes is in upper 30s.
Mm-hmm.
I would have to guess this is fast, is what we're looking for.
Mm-hmm. So Dang just hit 31 off of what I believe was... I don't think... Maybe that was a War Mech kill? I'm unsure. But Dang is still, I think, working on levels. Ale also, I think, still working on level... No, Ale is headed inside. Spell Zap, second to kill Chaos. Gregley working on it to make it 2 kills to 1. Gregley doing Mazza swings, 8 hits for 413, need more power. 8 hits for 378, need a lot more power. Oh, looks like we're going on Katana strats. 10 hits for 757, that seems better. Incoming Bane, does it tag anyone? It tags one of the Tempercasters. Not the worst thing in the world. We've already got most of our buffs in gear. 10 hits for 1313. Chaos still there. Incoming Lightning 2. I believe there was an Ice 3 after that. 981. We're still going. 10 hits for 567. 8 hits for 549. Down goes Chaos.
And then, of course, all of this information is getting fed back. So
Yeah.
we know Kraken, Tia, and Chaos pretty reliably meleeed down. And we're not looking at too much evasion, too much absorb. So now everybody on the team knows that, and they can maybe have a bit of a better time. Other than Kraken just, deciding you don't get that memory. That part of memory is just gone.
Yeah. So Dang is entering Temple of Fiends. Believe he was at level 32. Crabcake's still out and about.
Yeah, I saw Crabcase, I think, picked up the Ruse Sticks. I think just doing a little bit of shopping, grabbing that important stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I imagine is going to be going here real soon.
Still looking for something. We're still diving dungeons.
Now, Crabcakes is only 31, memory serves. So if you're going that low with these stats, making sure you're, Cure 4.
Mm-hmm. That's the thing we want.
Yeah, trying to do this on the low 30s, absolutely. Over prepare if that's your game plan.
Looks like information was fed back that you definitely want to do lock strats, and yeah, Crabcake's at 31.
Yeah, so this kind of went back and forth. For a while it was Keyboard Cats, and then Cake and Bake, and then Keyboard Cats kind of got the canoe, kind of pulled it ahead, and now we see Cake and Bake. All 4 members either done or in Temple of Fiends. Crabcakes wants some revenge.
Crabcakes wants another hit out of that katana.
I have fast now.
Yeah. Here comes the nuke. That seemed like a relatively kind nuke roll, except to the Black Mage.
And we'll take IC, but we know we're well with the damage that Crabcakes is putting out. I was about to say we're biding our time, but we might be able to race to that first Cure 4. I don't recall exactly. Oh, a miss. Yeah, 10 hits, 4. Yeah.
Looks like we're flipping to nuke strats. Nuke for one. There's the Cure 4. That's awkward, but we've got all the damage buffs. That's already another 1,000 damage back on.
Yeah, that knight is not helping.
No, 4 hits, 4 damage. Thank you, Porple. 879. Got to 36. That's gotta be go time. So the race is on. Metagloria on the Kraken floor. Aelmarkin on Kraken himself. Thunder just making it through Tia. And Dang, in at the lowest level we've seen tonight, is approaching Lich 2. And if Lich 2 is a gatekeeper for you, that's when you need to stop and reevaluate everything you're doing.
Well, again, Lich does have nuclear, though looks like everybody should be high enough to eat that nuclear and get by. Yeah. Cheeky stop shirt attempt.
Pretty sure it stuck. Oh, it didn't. Those are actions. Never mind. Meanwhile, Thunderclawed on Chaos. Is that a gaze? That was a gaze. I think the Garlands have scripts. Garlands have scripts. Oh, man. Like, okay, like, sure, gaze isn't anything to really worry about, but, like, what's the one behind that?
Yeah, Thunder got some invisibles out, getting some locks out. Oh, but he doesn't know which one to lock.
Yep. Oh, we locked that Garland. That Garland's going to be easier to hit. Chaos already missing with melee. I think we managed to get evade capped already, or this Chaos... No, he doesn't have bad stats. He has ridiculous stats. We got evade capped in a hurry. That's what we did.
Yeah, we did Rustics and Invisible 2s.
Got it. Here comes Fire 2. This Chaos, we haven't seen anything resembling a problem. And we know the Cure 4 is elsewhere.
Yeah, unless there's something deep in his script. The Bane can be problematic, but I'm sure most people found enough ribbons to have that not be a super problem.
Mm-hmm. That's 10 hits for 151 out of the Fighter, 12 hits for 1404 out of the Ninja. More tempers going off. This Chaos is not long for this world. Incoming Zap. Misses everyone. Ten hits for 1427. Down goes Chaos. That's our 4th kill on stream, bringing the score to 2-2.
Oh, and Metaglory on Tia 2 is struggling down to man mode.
No.
Black belt, and that black belt is not up to the task.
That's single hits. Did we miss a slow 2 in there somewhere? Nope, 2 hits, 213. It's just super evasive.
And this is not viable for Chaos at all.
Do we have an AoE shirt?
Chaos.
Do we Stop could do some heavy lifting for us against everything that's not Chaos. And we know that Chaos has like nothing in its arsenal, right? And if we have that nameless stick I would have entered 5 minutes in.
Yeah, I don't know if this black belt's up to the task of getting to that Chaos, though. Nuclear in the tank, we're down to 9 hit points. We're evade capped, so we have a chance. 2 hits, 210. Lit 2 finishes the job, though.
Metagloria 35 across the board. Seems like that's a rough level to do things at.
Yeah, Dengwu and the low 30s on Kraken now. Invisible 2 going out.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see if we can't get that evasion up and running before Kraken reaches out for a hug, and the answer is no.
Nope. No more life casters.
And yeah, naturally goes for the white mage.
Yeah. That's why you don't bring a white mage. It's just a Kraken magnet.
Yeah, 8 hits for about 350. Not great. Trying a slow 2 to maybe take something off of that Kraken.
If I recall correctly, slow 2 has a 6% chance on Kraken 2 to land. Same chance as Brack.
Yeah, we're doing okay, and we did that top fighter did survive a swing from Kraken with a couple of evasions stacks up.
We've got 3 fighters on Kraken 2 at the same time. Right now, Cake and Break is in the driver's seat. Dang makes it through. Makes level 34. Paid a high price for it. Crabcakes also makes it through. Ailmarkin's still working on it.
Oh, Ailmarkin has
red mages.
Yeah, both red mages are down, but everything seems like up and running on that fighter.
Mm-hmm. Worth noting, I believe I saw red mages with life 2 at level 6, same level as fast.
Oh man, Kraken on the way out. Oh, oh no!
Oh no. Oh no. Oh, waters,
He's
please.
weathering the storm, but can't run. Try it again. And the madman takes a step before curing. Decides
uses
to
the
burn
Cure
a Cure
4.
4.
Oh.
Oh, that fighter is not... only had 2 pieces of armor. Moves the ribbon over.
This... this is ambitious.
Alright,
We got our first ruse. We got our second ruse. Incoming melee misses. That's good. Do we get our third ruse off? We do. We just got to dodge all those spells and skills. Oops, that's right. This is a very evasive Tia 2.
Yeah, just a straight up miss.
Mm-hmm.
And has some of those skills Tornado non-elemental, bypassing that ribbon's elemental resistance.
Mm-hmm.
Does have the Cure Stick though. This is doable.
The what stick?
The Make Fizzle Angry Stick, because you sold it an hour ago.
Don't know what you're talking about.
It's for 344. And again, this is where that knowledge of knowing Cure 4 is out of the pool is like, you might just reset at this point, because you know you have Chaos and Tia left. Cure 4 is gone. You have a Ruse Stick and a Cure Stick.
Crabcakes has made it to Chaos. Dang, not far behind. Alright, how's this Chaos fight going to go? We're going to do some Invis. I believe that was some Ruse. Some Fast. Nope, some Nuke. We're just going to get rid of all these Garlands because we know they have a skill list. We want to delete that skill list. Dang, starting at the same time.
And Ailmarket seeing that nuclear, but again, and Tornado, and there's an Inferno in there, but that Cure Stick and Max Evade is just gonna let him tickle this Tiamat 2 to death.
So Crabcake's down to the single Chaos, going to continue buffing. Dang. Has only 3 members of the party up, but it's the 3 arguably most important members. And Ale made it through Tia 2. Ale now has to negotiate this Chaos fight with just a solo fighter. We might get to see all of Garland's skill list, and that might be a bad thing.
Yep, Chaos opening with a Lightning too, letting Ale get that, Ale playing a little fast and loose. Only getting that 1 Ruse Stick up. He needs 3 to get to Max Evade.
I think Ale has decided that it would be faster to melee through these rather than like sit there for some rounds with Ruse and just hope that Chaos doesn't punch. Because we probably have the data from our other team members that Chaos loves his spell list.
Yeah, 3 hits for something I think made him change his mind.
I was seeing Gaze. I'm trying to keep an eye out for a skill that's not Gaze. A Garland crit for 27. Good on him.
And Ale without that sweeper, and just, these Garlands just taking up so much time. Metagloria back on Kraken 2 already. Garland was squint.
Oh no.
I mean, we have a ribbon, but oh, do you pucker.
Yeah, that's going to be a whole lot of 3 and 256s that we're going to have to dodge.
Alright, so we're down to 4. That back middle one he already took a swing at and did not die. So we almost know.
We're narrowing it down. Oh, we might have narrowed it down with the round 2 attack, actually. That's why that one is there and why we've been going from the back ever since.
Yeah, that back middle one did not die.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. 3 runners on Chaos. Ale has the hardest road of them all. Metagloria is back to Tia 2 already. Crabcake's still working on it. Trying for Brack strats. Evidently not confident in the damage output, although that was 1100 damage. Or maybe just being cheeky, because that knight isn't going to do anything else. Bane comes out ineffective. Dengwu takes down Chaos. It's all down to Ale Markin. 1200 damage Chaos still there. Double Brack Chaos still there. We're just going for swag strats at this point because we know Metagloria has to finish anyway. We're going to get that Brack, whether the Chaos likes it or not. We're going to keep trying. Here comes the Zap. Brack strat's still going. How's Ale Markin doing? 5 hits for 194. I mean, that's damage. 4 hits for 49. That's not.
Yeah, we have insta-kills though in this list that are real scary.
And Crabcakes has bracked Chaos. It's all down to Metagloria versus Aelmarkin. Aelmarkin deciding that death by 1,000 cuts is the way to go.
And if Metagloria can get to this Tia with everybody upright, having fast and tempers and nukes, this is still a race.
Yeah. Because we're going to be doing way more damage than Ale currently is. But Ale isn't really in danger of dying.
All right, yeah. Ale will almost certainly have this, barring a Zap or a Bane or whatever the other insta-kills that Chaos had landed.
Right, right.
And Metagloria is through Tia 2.
2 hits, 2 damage. Boy, there's a Zap in there and there's a Bane in there, and I'm scared every time I see it, not gonna lie.
And if Metagloria can just stop getting harassed by these Tia floor encounters, we will have the last 2 runners from each team having Chaos up on the same time.
All right, there's no question that Metagloria is going to have the faster fight, but will it be fast enough? Aelmarkin continuing to chip damage away as Metagloria lines up the skills and spells. We're just going to go, what are we doing? Some ruse strats, how about some fast? Person from the parking lot honks in approval of this fight. Zap continuing to miss. Thankfully, ruse going off, invis going off. Four hits for 189. Chaos still there. 4 hits 51. Chaos still there. Did we figure out where the Chaos is on Metagloria's side? Looks like we're targeting different areas. Possibly not.
We got our Ice 3 out. Oh, we might have found it. It might be the same one that's on Ale's screen. I saw it.
Metagloria's black belt just detonated one of those garlands.
I believe it's that back middle one, same one that's on Ale's screen, is the real, I think.
Mm-hmm. Ale, 3 hits 54, still going strong. 4 hits for 250. Oh, this is a nail biter, because Ale has been there half of my life, and like Chaos can't do anything.
Yeah, I can confirm it is that back middle is the Chaos on Metascreen. I don't know that she was watching the spells call because she is having those melees target the garlands instead. But we do have both fasts up and running. And we're starting to temper. There's a zap on Ale's screen. Alright, so now Metagloria can just pile damage onto this Chaos.
Mm-hmm. Four hits 189, Chaos still there. tempering going off. Cure 3 for healing.
Oh, Ale!
354. Ale gets there. 12 hits, 638. Chaos still there. 5 hits, 492. Chaos still there for keyboard cats. Double tempering that ninja. Paunch. 8 hits, 234. Stab. 12 hits, 714. Incoming zap. Misses all of them.
So all of this, it's going to come down to about a minute difference.
Roughly, yeah. There's another 1,000 damage. The battle continues. Ten hits for 1511. Chaos still there. 10 hits for 557. Down goes Chaos. Our teams have finished. In first place, Team Cake and Break, 1 hour, 27 minutes, 26 seconds. Second place, the Keyboard Cats, 1 hour, 27 minutes, 53 seconds. That's an official race bot time difference of 27 seconds.
For eight people running the rally style, that's crazy.
That was insane.
All right, let's see here. Let's grab.
Yo, I can play New World now.
Hey, look, we're in the interview booth, guys.
You guys are in the interview booth. You are the 2021 Fall League champions, guys. Congratulations.
Thank you. Two for two.
I know, we defended our titles.
So, Rally Week. I know practice was a 7-letter dirty word for the finalists here. Did you guys have much conversation about who was first, who's last, party comp, that kind of thing, with kind of thinking about how this Rally Week was going to work out?
Probably less than you'd expect. We tried to do a practice a few nights ago, and the co-op server died midway, so we're just kind of like, yeah, we'll just figure it out on Sunday. But aside from that, no, we were just kind of like, okay, well, Thunder's good at exploring, Greg's good at punching things, so they should go first, and second, and I'll sit there and take notes for the group, so I'll go last just so I can keep something in the background. And then Dang kind of fell in the middle, so that was really the extent of like the discussion and strategery that we employed. So
Yeah, I like how you phrase that. We just had, we got 3 people that have a specific role to play, and then Dang.
That checks out. And we have some members of the Keyboard Cats. Guys, 27 seconds for the difference between Keyboard Cats and Cake and Break. I'll ask you guys the same question I just asked Cake and Break. Kind of leading up to this race, was there any talk amongst your team about who's first, who's good at exploring, who's last, who can just power through, party comps, that kind of thing?
Well, we talked about it like 15 minutes before the race started. So yes.
Practice is a 7-letter dirty word.
Yeah.
I did want to point out, did you guys notice the weird thing with the Vorpal? That the thief could wear it unpromoted?
No, I don't think we had anyone try that.
I noticed that, but I just wasn't sure it was worth it at -3.
Well, I noticed in the web shop, and I think the theory on that is since the fighter had thief swords, it just flip-flopped their permission. I don't know.
Ooh, nice. Yeah, because maybe it got added to thief swords.
yeah, it was Thief had plus Vorpal, and then Fighter had Thief swords. So
No,
That's funny.
fighter had Vorpal, but also thief sword.
Probably ended up merging them together.
Yeah, it was weird. But it didn't really play into our strategies at all, but it was just interesting.
yeah, it was more of a like, wait, why is the Fighter holding his hands up over his head for the Vorpal? Like, what's going on here?
So I got a question. Ale, how about that chaos fight?
How about that chaos fight?
Was
yeah,
longer than all 3 Lord of the Rings movies combined.
Yeah, the director's cuts of that. It was pretty crazy.
Yeah.
I was really tempted because I at least didn't run a timer because I was like, well, most of my time's gonna be just sitting here in front of Canaria, so what's the point? So I was really tempted to start it before the chaos fight, but I figured if I started a timer, I might be like jinxing myself. So I was like, let me just not. But yeah, I intend to go back and watch the VOD after this is done and see exactly how long that fight lasted, because it felt like it was like 100 rounds. Like Thunder and Greg and Ding are on the room with me, and they're all like, "Oh my god, could you just hit him?" I'm like, "I am 3 for 3. What do you want?"
We're watching shared screen. Every crit that pops up after you're around 50, we're like, "That's it." No, it's not.
Oh.
It made for an awesome race. Metagloria got bounced out and was able to come back with all 4 team members on Chaos, and it was a real race watching Ale try to tickle Chaos to death versus Metagloria being able to just power everything up, nuke everything down, and get the real big damage on. So it made for an excellent race, if nothing else. So thanks, Ale.
Yeah, I mean, I was laughing with them because they're like, can you just be consistent? Can you just do the same thing? I'm like, look, in all the times I've raced this game, I have never gotten a crit loop. And I kept fishing for it. Like, okay, maybe this will be the time. And it's just never happened for me. So they're just like, quit messing around. Can you just kill him, please? Just quit using Cure 3, quit waiting, quit moving your cursor, just hold down the A button. But yeah, I'm glad to see at least it was made for some drama there with being a sub 30-second difference between the two teams, because the thought crossed my mind after Kraken 2 did Kraken 2 things, and just resetting and not having the man mode Tia 2 and Chaos, knowing one was really evasive and one was a big chunker. But I figured, we're already here, let's just go for it, because I'm pretty sure they're keyboard cats and their whole team is like right in the same spot we are.
And you did have the knowledge that Cure 4 was off the table, seeing that on Warmac. What I do want to ask a question is, I saw you guys, I believe for a little bit, running around in the boat.
Yeah, that was me. We were like Xing out locations that we full cleared, and we had not found a canoe yet. And the last place we didn't walk into was Onrack, so I ran down there to check it. And then at that point, when I realized it was a dead-end Cardia or something like that, I was like, did anybody turn into TNT? And they're like, no. I got loot flashbacks from last year when nobody checked the armory, when I told everybody 20 minutes earlier to check the armory for loose loot.
Yeah, it was Lootgate 2.0.
At least the same thing happened to us. We were contemplating what entrances we had left, and we're like, let's sail to Onrack and see what happens. And then Zeno gets there, and he's like, yeah, it's empty. And like, wait, where do we go?
Yeah, about the same time, both teams kind of felt a little aimless. Like you got something got crossed on the notes, or somebody didn't full clear something, or backed out of something. Because both teams had that little bit of time where they're like, well, we're not really sure where we went wrong, because both people were fishing for the canoe for quite a while.
Yeah,
we
I'm
actually
assuming you guys did
lost
the
Lich.
same thing where you found Onrack without the Oxydale first, and then had to go back for it.
Yeah, we did that too. I lost Lich at one point. I needed to go get money for herb, and so I went into Armory, and then I got my herb money, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna go get that and go turn that in. And then I just didn't go past the Armory floor. So we had left Lich for a little bit, which wasn't a huge deal because we were just sort of grinding and whatnot, and we came back to it once we were ready to go to actual Temple of Fiends. But
how'd your guys' bean hunt kind of go? Because we found our first fiend at like 8 minutes, pretty quick. I went in and bracked him, and then Greg was our second runner, and so Greg and I are like clearing the rest of the inner sea. He's going up to Cardia, he's checking Melmon Continent, and it was like 25 minutes in, and we finally found Polar 1 Tiamat and got, and I was like, oh god, this is bad.
Well, I think ours was a little bit faster. I think we got Kraken down minute 3 or 4, and then I think we did the same sort of clearing, and then we came to Gaia at some point. just a little bit, just like
Yeah.
proportionally faster.
I think Greg found Lich exactly when I found Tiamat, and so
Yes.
he did Lich, and then Deng just right away sold his items and bought Brack axes and went up for Tiamat, and then Ale just got going.
Yeah, Keyboard Cats definitely had found Tia much faster. They had Metagloria was their third runner, going a good amount earlier. But yeah, Dengru just going level 1, just Brack Tia got level 11. I believe that put you guys in orb lead first.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
it took me a while to. We didn't know where Carrie or Lich were when I started running, so I was just kind of leveling for the first 10 minutes or so.
Yeah, it looks like Hate the 13th put the times for the orbs in the chat, and there was like a 3-minute difference between our second orb and our third orb.
That's amazing.
Well, that's kind of what we were saying is, for this rally style, those first two runners on both teams were kind of the explorers. The runner 3 and 4, their job is get in, get levels, and by the time they got those levels, go explode yourself a fiend of some description.
Yeah, it seems about right. Seems pretty much what we did. I mean, I don't know. We had a really awesome time. Thunder's so great, just going out there first. I think that I went in and I went to Cardia's right away. I think I found the armory floor, kind of like what Spellzap did, and then got the ribboning, walked out of there, and then did some other stuff, and then finally went back in, and then found Lich a little bit later than I wanted to. But luckily, Thunder had already found the Tia, so I was able to get Dang in there and kill him pretty quickly, and then get Ale out there. And then it was just trying to find Carrie. That was like the big thing on our screen, besides obviously finding that canoe.
We quickly deduced that it had to be a canoe dungeon. It was either waterfall or ordeals. And so once we knew that we had to get the canoe, and we did, it wasn't going to be much time before we found her. If we didn't find her, because I think we checked waterfall first, someone did.
I did.
So if Carrie wasn't going to show up in ordeals, we were going to be in a big pickle.
Yeah, I think it was Cakey Break. I made a comment of I saw two runners in the same place. I think you both were running through the rod block at the exact same time, and that's really not usual for co-op. You want to be spreading out unless you're grinding. So we could see that you guys knew exactly where you needed to go, and you were just bum rushing, getting those last cleanup key items.
Yeah, that's all Ale. He was our note taker, and poor everybody badgering him like, "Where's this? Where's Crescent Lake? Where's Melmon?" Like every 3 seconds, we're throwing a question out.
He would literally say something, and I would go,
Ale's
"Where's
trying
that?"
to run his race, and he's answering all of our questions.
It was totally fine.
He's like, "All right, guys, Elflin's and Melman," and then literally I'd go, "Where's Elflin?"
Yeah, Greg was at like 3 seconds after asked the question again.
Yeah. Or he would do it differently. He'd be like, "Hey, where's this spell at?" And it's like, "Oh, it's in this town." "Okay, where's that town at?" "Well, like we just said 10 seconds ago, it's over in this dungeon." He's like, "Oh, okay. So what spells are there?" I'm like, "Dude, you just go there."
What was the run that found Elflin on your team? Because I found on mine on that beach dungeon, and man, it provided so well.
It was actually really interesting. Me and Zeno were double clearing that dungeon. So the Sky 2 floor before it, we both, like, one of us did left, the other did right, and then he went on, and then was like, "Hey, there's Elfin down here." I was like, "Oh, I'll be there in 2 seconds."
Yeah, Elflin had all the stuff on it. Roof sticks, gold +4 bracelets. It was great.
Yeah, I kind of wish I'd gone there because my Topher dive. So my knight had dragon armor and a flame shield. A red wizard had a copper minus whatever bracelet. Another red and a ribbon, I think. Another red wizard had the gold +4 had a Sharknado and a ribbon, and then the black mage was, I think, running around naked. So I wasn't really doing myself any favor with my armor, but yeah, I didn't really want to dive Lefane just to be like, "Oh, let's go buy some bracelets."
I leveled my team up to 50, and man, the red mage had like 238 MDef with the blessings he had by the time he was 50.
Yeah, he probably only had like 400 something HP. Man was struggling.
He was pretty decent. I think it was like 600, 500, 600.
Really? Didn't he give a minus vid or something?
He did, I think minus 10 bit. but it didn't affect him at 50 that hard.
That was pretty
Because he
wild.
doesn't have a ton anyway.
I'm just pointing out what Crabcake said in chat. Like, everyone had HP. I was telling them when I was grinding, I was like, my thief has like over 700 HP. That's like, it's fine. I'm not re-rolling my party. We were considering the re-roll, but man, that malice, it's like the worst malice to see on a black belt. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, that minus hit
level.
per
That
level.
just between that and then of course the kicker with the thief swords on the fighter, we were just kind of like, what do we bring? And so I don't know. I think it ended up working out okay on our side.
Yeah, the thief did pretty good with that katana, and also talking to HP, that black mage was rocking all kinds of HP.
My
I think
Black Mage survived a uninvis, like no invis stacks, just survived a crit hit from Tiamat 2. Like, no problem. It was like 474, he had like 600 plus HP.
That'll never happen again.
Yeah.
All right, well, we are after midnight here on the East Coast, so I guess we will first throw it to our runner-ups tonight, the Keyboard Cats. Kind of some final thoughts on League, on the run, on the seed, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, it was solid. C was fun. We had a lot of fun trying to figure out where all the stuff was. Badgering Xeno. Watching CC Brack Chaos. Yeah, it was a close race. I want to kind of watch it back and see what happened. But GG's everybody, and to everybody who did the Fall League.
I had a ton of fun this whole time. Thanks to all my teammates for inviting me to be part of this. As somebody who's not one of the top tier randomizer runners by any stretch, I definitely improved a lot, and I'm really glad that this final race was competitive and that I wasn't languishing in Topher for another 30 minutes. But yeah, GG to Cake and Break, and it was a blast.
I guess I'll hand it off to Fizzle. I'll just make sure you don't have any final follow-ups, and then we'll throw it off to our champions.
No, my main questions were Ale's Chaos fight and Keyboard Cat's taking forever to find Lich. Like, what happened there? I'm good to wrap this up.
All right, so the Fall League 2021 champions, the Cake and Break, two-time Fall League champions. Your guys' final thoughts on League as a whole and on this race.
Go ahead, Ding, speak our mind.
I was like, is Dang even in here?
No, he ain't in here. He went to bed. He's got to work, I think.
I know. I have to work too, man. He's a punk.
No, sorry.
He in here? Nah. I mean, I'm not Dang, but I'm his, co-op partner, so I guess I'll start off. No, this was a lot of fun. Good Fall League. We were just happy to be here, doing our thing, trying to defend our little title of Fall League champion from last year. I really want to thank everyone that helped put it together, Shimbabi and Wildem, Dark Moon, and Lucy were the Fall League committee people. So it was pretty awesome that they put this whole thing together to keep us entertained during this fall time. I think Ben's ended up working out pretty well. At least it helped us during certain races to give us more competitive times. But this last race was a lot of fun. It's always a pleasure hanging out and chat with Ale, Thunder, and Dang. So had a good time. Bill.
No,
All right.
said it all, you did.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, for me, I think as a whole, I think Fall League was a lot of fun this year. I liked how we tried out some different things, like with the bins and the scoring, and some of the flags were kind of out there, which was a lot of fun because I always enjoy seeing non-standard flags in tournaments and races and all that fun stuff. But I mean, I think the league was full of a lot of races that were really close or that were, I'm hoping will be memorable for people. And honestly, I can't wait to go back and rewatch the race tonight. As much fun as it was running it, I'm going to think it's going to be a lot more exciting going back and watching it as a spectator. So yeah, just kind of like what Greg said, thanks everybody for putting this on, and thanks RPG Limit Break for having us tonight.
Yep. Thank you. Yeah, RPG Limit Break. Thank you guys for having us. Thanks to Dark Moon for sacrificing his computer to get 8 streams up for you at one time. We have Danny, Hate13, and Wild Ham tracking for us, trying to keep track of 8 different people going 8 different ways. I am Demon Frog, half of your commentary for tonight, and I will throw it to the Workers of Beef to take us home.
Big thank you to you, Demon, for like helping wrangle this rodeo of a broadcast. 4v4s are amazing and a lot of fun and super hectic. I don't know if this will be the tradition for how our Fall League finals go, but it might. But in the meantime, for all of us at the Final Fantasy 1 Randomizer community, this has been a great Fall League. We'll see you next time. Have a good night, everyone.